Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we got breaking news out of Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out Nashville, where there's been a shooting in the school cafeteria at a place called Antioch High School. So far, there are 2 people dead. 1 student was fatally shot. 16-year-old girl. 17-year-old boy turned the gun on himself. 2 other people were wounded. Now, according to what they're saying about the injuries, they're saying that 1 person sustained a head injury, but it's not due to the shooting. I guess they were trying to get out of the way. 17-year-old boy shot the girl multiple times, turned the gun on himself before bullets ricocheted and hit, another bullet ricocheted and hit somebody else. This is what they know so far.
We're following breaking news at this hour. A shooting reported at Antioch High School earlier this morning. Let's give you an idea of exactly where this happened. So it was reported earlier around 11 a.m. inside the school on Hobson Pike. Investigators are telling us 2 students were shot by another student at the school this morning. Metro Police say the situation at the school itself is contained. 1 student shot 2 other students before turning the gun on themselves. So we have News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry live at the scene right now. Caitlin, what can you tell us about what you're seeing?
What can you tell us about what you're seeing?
Right, this is a very active scene. We're hearing nonstop police sirens from undercover police. We're hearing ATF is heading as well. And then PD is also on the scene. Fire. We're also seeing students walking in from that campus. I spoke with 1 student coming in. He's saying students are now leaving the school. We're also seeing school buses loading up at this gas station to go, possibly waiting for the situation to be resolved. But yes, this intersection is currently closed as police continue to get MNPD in, get other emergency personnel. We're seeing more undercover police coming in as well. Very active scene here as parents continue. We're seeing parents loading up at this gas station, waiting to hear more, waiting to see their kids. I spoke with 1 mom who said that she's just waiting to hear from her daughter. She said she heard that the possible shooting happened within a cafeteria. And again, we're just waiting to hear more details as this is a very active scene, and we're seeing parents now crossing the street, family, friends crossing the street just to get some more information as we're continuing to learn more. We'll continue to keep you updated on this situation as it's a very active scene, as I'm sure you guys can hear with the sirens. But live in Antioch, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
All right, Caitlin, can you get an idea of exactly how big this scene is looking like right now? Do they have some of the roadways closed off over there? How far out are you seeing law enforcement compared to where you're located right now as you were driving over that way?
Right, so checking my maps right now, we are about a 7-minute drive from Antioch High School. We are at the intersection of Murfreesboro Pike and Old Hickory. And it's even hard for these people to even cross the roads, as you're seeing right there, waiting to cross the roads, get more information as police continue to filter in. We got here probably about 10 minutes ago, 5 to 10 minutes ago, and it's been nonstop sirens. So it is all hands on deck, it seems like, from emergency personnel. Very backed up. The traffic has not really been moving on either side of here. And it's really only emergency personnel that seem to be getting through to access to the high school.
All right, Caitlin, thank you so much.
Thank you, Don, and thank you all for being here during this unfortunate time. What we know thus far is that we had a male student that was 17 years old that rode the bus this morning to Antioch High School. During the course of the morning, this individual made his way to the cafeteria where he then confronted a 16-year-old, as we identified as a female Hispanic student, fired, striking her. She is deceased. There is another male, 17-year-old young man that was wounded with a graze wound, and he has been treated at Vanderbilt and released. The shooter was 17 years old. He entered into the cafeteria, firing multiple rounds in the cafeteria striking her, and then before pulling the weapon on himself. From that point, at 11:11, we started receiving calls for service. Officers responded and found the male shooter deceased in the cafeteria. We've been working with our state and federal partners on the identification and notifications of all. From that point, our SWAT team began systematic searches throughout the entire school to make sure there weren't any more victims or shooters within the school. We did not find any more. Since that time, we have started a family assistance center where we've worked very closely with Metro Schools. The Family Safety Center is right behind us at the Ascension Medical Center. We are systematically releasing young students to that location to be connected back with their parents. We've done that systematically so we wouldn't overload the parents or the school system so that we could get everyone back connected. The investigation is still very much ongoing as to a motive. We're looking into that. There are some materials on the internet that we're looking at that's under the investigation on the initial stages, but we'll continue to follow up on that. We've had a great partnership with Metro Schools, great communication with the fire department, with TBI, FBI, and ATF. And we'll continue the investigation, which will go until the wee hours of the morning. Please look at our platforms for further information.
Caitlin Quisenberry is at the scene in Antioch at the Reunification Center talking with parents and students who are now getting back together. Caitlin, what can you tell us?
Just shooting, and then we was all running, and so I tried to help people who was falling on the ground. And the shooter was in the front of the cafeteria, just shooting up. And we ran out the side door.
So you were in the same room as the shooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the cafeteria.
That must have been scary. Was adrenaline kicking in?
It was a bit of rush. I tried to help somebody while I was running out, trying to save myself too, on the girls on the ground. Then we ran out the side door. I thought I was gonna get shot, but I ran out of there quick.
Okay. Yeah, so you were helping people that were also running out. Were people scrambling over each other? Were teachers in there? What were the people in there?
It was a dean. They was trying to also help people and run out there at the same time too, trying to save as much as they can.
Did you see the shooter?
No, but it was like his face was covered, I think. It was like a flash.
Okay. And did you see anyone get shot?
I saw a couple people get shot in the front. It's sad.
Mama, as you're hearing
need
this,
some therapy, yeah.
No, and he's so young too. To hear this.
Never seen this in actual life. And I'm from Chicago, of course, it happens all the time, but he's born here, never saw this. He shouldn't have to, you shouldn't have to go through this at school. So hopefully, like I said, security will be put in place.
How many more students were leaving, are still there at the high school? How many more buses of students are probably going to come in?
Including my friend, and there's a lot of people, they're gathering in the auditorium in the gym.
Okay. But there's a lot of students in there right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very large school. It's about, 400 or more students, I would think. Yeah.
So it's going to take a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hear them gathering in the trying to meet up and greet up, and so they can come here. Meet with their family.
What was the emotions in that gymnasium?
It was a bit of fear, like scare where you fit to die, and it was a bit of rush, trying to help as much as you can. People were screaming, running, falling on the ground.
How are you now?
I'm fine right now. It was just a lot of rush, it was out of nowhere. I was getting my food, and then I heard shots in the back, and then everybody ran behind the garbage cans, and then we ran out the side door, crouching down this low.
Wow. So it looks like you're still running on that adrenaline right now. Yeah. What was the first thing you told your mom when all this happened?
I ran, when that happened, I was running outside, and then I called her while I was out of breath.
Yeah.
And I tried to catch myself.
How he sounded out of breath, and I'm like, where are you? And he said, Mom, they're shooting, I'm running. I said, oh my God, just stay low, stay out of sight, I'm on my way. And I just told him I have to go. I was at work, I have to go.
Okay. Well, obviously a lot to process today. What does tomorrow look like for you guys? you know,
at home.
Heal yourself, get yourself together, collect yourself.
And just prayers to the victims, because you're used to the fights there, but this is a whole another level. Guns.
And there has been people caught with firearms, guns and stuff, and they did nothing really about it. They just expelled them, but this got too far.
One of the questions during the press conference was if you guys have metal detectors when you enter the school.
Yeah, they had that on the back door, but they took it off. I don't know why.
Okay. So they were able to bring a weapon into school pretty easily through the front door then?
Mm-hmm. It's like you can bring a gun or weed in your backpack. No one. They do searches, but it's not constantly. It's where they can hide a gun in your pocket or something.
Okay. What were police telling you guys in the gymnasium, or what were you kind of hearing from law enforcement?
He was telling us anything we need to know, just let them know. And then we was all gathering up at this station all the way down there. And then we was calling our moms and telling everybody know.
Thank you so much, you guys. We're going to let you get home and get rested and settled. Yes, warm as well. Thank you so much, you guys. So we're continuing to see those parents be reunited with their kids, family members, friends reunited with their loved ones. As they're kind of coming in, we've seen at least 5 school buses filled with students, and we're hearing that it could take up to several hours to get all these students reunited with their family members. But police and law enforcement are doing their best, as well as MNPS, to get these students reunited back with their families. And we still have, as we've been documenting through the last couple of hours, a full gas station of parents waiting. You can see up on this ridge here, family members still on their phones searching for their loved ones to come in and waiting. There's also family members that we've spoken with that do not, their kiddos do not have cell phones, or their cell phones have died. So it's just kind of waiting to hear from the schools on when their students will be returned back home to them. It looks like another bus going back over to fill up with more students there. On this bus, you have the bus driver, and it looks like you also have some Metro police officers as well, maintaining to keep the situation safe and calm as it progresses. I'm going to send it back to you guys, but again, this is a very developing situation in terms of how parents are reuniting with their students, and just as we're learning more information as the day goes on.